Hey guys, I'm back in the main menu here. Welcome back to White Day 1 Remake. Wanted to look at a few things here. Just bear with me one moment. If you would, please. Okay. So, let's see if we have anything new. I don't know that we do, but these people are still not labeled yet. Neither is he or her. I think she's new. Is she new? Don't recall at the moment. Shadow in the water. We're going to encounter that soon. I think this one's new, but I don't remember her name, her ghost name. Okay, so nothing really new. So let's continue. Let me check my notes here. So we got the L-rods, we got the charm to let us go back to the old areas. We got the rooftop key. I think we want to go do that now. Right, okay. So yeah, we're ready to go to the rooftop area, which we, sorry I bumped the mic, which we do from this location. I know where that door is. Okay. I guess that's what we're going to go do then. And luckily we just saved, so go back here and go all the way to the top now that we have the rooftop key. And we have the L-rods, which is the main thing we needed for this segment, but you have to do all the other stuff first. Oh yeah, we have the whole auditorium area. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, we're not super done yet. We got a good bit left. Okay, up here's the rooftop key door. Bam. Yep. So this is the mermaid ghost. There she is over there. That we heard about. There she is. Creeping along. We got our L-rods. So where they go straight, I may die here a few times. We need to cross this. There's basically like invisible platforms in here, and if you fall off into the water you die instantly. But wherever the rods point straight, I think is where you're safe. Whoa, I'm about to fall in. Yeah, so you want them to be where is it where they cross? cross in there. There may be a couple segments here where you can actually cross. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's what you want to try to do. So walk out. And then once it starts to cross over, you just kind of have to inch along. Okay. Ow. That didn't work out very good. Since we saved, I'll go ahead and let's use one of these. Okay. I don't know what I did wrong there. You kind of have to do a weird pattern here. I don't know what the pattern is. Just once you cross them, then start going a different direction. It's a little trial and error. Just nudge yourself forward. Don't really look down, just look forward, straight ahead. And wait for the two bars to cross. At least you don't get one-shotted. You have a chance to get out. Ah! Alright, took a little bit of damage, not a lot. I'm almost there. I am there. Screw you. Alright, I'll call that successful. I don't know why it keeps giving you that achievement. There's something over here, I remember. It's a small key, blue key. So now we have the blue, the red, and I think the yellow, and these can be used later. Yeah, we got yellow, blue, and then the red one is there. Right. Here she is. Got a few nibbles on me, didn't you? This unlocks. There's a valve, and then there is a coin, skull coin. So let me read here what I made notes for myself to say. So rooftop encounter ghost boss, mermaid ghost. Use the yellow rods to help you cross the pool safely. Ghost can kill you. In my playthrough on normal and hard, whether you turn the valve at the end of pull or not, the janitor is still active. Also, whether you pick up the token item in the pool or not, the janitor is still active. So, rooftop, find miscellaneous items, small blue key, which we just found. Swimming pool ledge after crossing pool, main hall side. And then I also had a note that said, in the new building, don't drain the water, search all the rooms. So something, maybe it's the guide that I told you guys I would link to you. Let me look at the guide and see if it's the one that says it. Just a moment. It says here, yeah, in the guide, as mentioned before, to make things a hell of a lot easier, cross the rooftop swimming pool, but do not drain the water. The janitor will have despawned, making collecting items easy around everywhere, I guess. He just says, don't drain the pool. And I said in my information, don't drain the water, search all the rooms. But then in other information here that I'm looking at, other notes of mine, I stated in my playthrough on normal and hard, whether you turn the valve to drain the pool, which is this, it didn't matter, the janitor was still active. And also whether you pick up the token in the pool didn't matter. But we can try. See, we can open this door over here without draining the pool yet. When we drain the pool, we'll get the token we need to pass into the auditorium area. Because she'll get killed or whatever, she'll turn into the token. But let's go through here first, because this is the other side of the rooftop, using the rooftop key. So now this lets us in through this area. So apparently the janitor is not here. But it doesn't really matter, I wouldn't say at this point for us, because we've already done everything that we need to do anyway. But I guess this would be an opportune time to go and trigger the grandma ghost on the bridge, or pick up the ghost story up in the corner at the very top up here. Things like that. But from my previous playthroughs, without even turning the valve to drain the pool, and then getting the token or not, he was still out here and active. I don't remember, I think we need high voltages running through it. Okay, yeah, it's on. We'll see if he's active, I guess. I'm going to leave it in there for good reason, but see, I mean, if this is true that he's not active, this would be the great time to go through the whole entire area. But you can see you need to get to this point to be able to have that happen, which means you need to get the L rod, which means you need to solve the clock puzzle, which means you need to get multiples of those key cards. So it's likely you're going to do everything already, which I think we have. So let me just double check here. That we're ready to get through this area and be done, because I think we are. But take that for what it's worth. If you haven't found everything or don't think you did, or you wanted to do one last complete search in peace, this is the time to supposedly do it. After you've crossed the lake but haven't drained the pool yet. Supposedly the janitor's not around at all, but I recall him being around. And we could look around, I guess. See what we could find. Turn all the lights on, because we're going to be leaving here. But with all the lights on, it's less dangerous. And should be able to find any items if we've missed any, which I don't think we did. But we could have missed a marker or a heal or something like that. It's quite possible. So I'm just going to ransack the place. Let's go up. I don't think he's here. Just fine by me. Just looking for anything that might be laying around. Oh yeah, this room has no power. Okay. So briefly put that there, I guess. No? Well, there's power, but the lights don't work, I guess. And there is a light switch. Doesn't work though. I think we got everything in here. There's a felt tip pen, I think, laying on the ground. You'll recall a note about security alarm sounds. That's why I'm putting that in there. It's going to come into play later. Right, so we cleared this floor. These doors are not openable. Up in that corner is where a ghost story is. Let's proceed downward. And then we'll come back up and drain the water. Just want to check everything. Seems to me that the janitor's not around. I think he would have already been made himself known at this point. Thought I saw a shiny. These things are closed. I'm still afraid I'm going to see that crawling spider chick. I don't know, I died a few times, I guess, so maybe that reset their position. It's just OCD making me click them, but I don't think there's going to be anything in any of them. Yeah, one of these rooms, there's a note on the floor. It's easily missed. I missed it the first time and I died and then had to go through it again and found it. So if you're doing your own playthrough, don't forget to look on the floor in these rooms and look up on the edges of these chalkboard things, dry erase boards, because you might find something useful, like a felt tip pen or something. Okay. We pretty much cleaned all these rooms out, which is good. That's what I wanted to do. Boring, boring, boring. Okay, that we need when we get the token from the mermaid up there. That's the water token. This is the pattern for the black origami birds. So it's back to there. Yeah, he's not here. So yeah, that's the thing, and the thing you won't know when you first play the game is the certain kind of segments and states that you can get this game in so that you can run around and loot, you know, without being hassled. But you learn that as you play more. So I think we did everything, yep. It's unnecessary and uncalled for. It's locked. Locked. Okay, this is the dance hall studio. I wanted to make sure I got the CD out of here. Not that we need it again, but you have to take it back out of there if you want it. Okay. This is the music appreciation room. And I do not remember what the code is for this. I'm gonna look this up. I'm just gonna look it up while I'm in here. White Day 1 Music Appreciation Room lockbox. I don't know if you have to get in here, but I want to know what's in there. Okay, there's a ghost story in there. That's what's inside it. It's going to be necessary then. Okay, we haven't got to that yet. We will come back to that at a later point here. That'll let us go through there. Maybe we should go back. I guess we can. Yeah, we should do that. Let's keep looking around here. We could go back and do our backtracking and technically come back here and still not have him activated because we haven't picked up the token. That would be nice. If we can keep him inactive that long. This is the occult room. Right. Glad I thought about that before I triggered anything else. Actually see the lunchroom cafeteria lit up. I think I see a shiny. Yep, a skull coin. Alright, I will use that right now. We will get us a lunchbox. And we will get us a soy milk. Their last coin. Okay, now we have no coins. Man, I did not miss school. I was one of those people that did not enjoy school growing up. I mean, elementary school, that's fine. That's probably my favorite school, time was elementary school. Middle school, eh. High school, I definitely disliked. It's like the further up I got in school, you know, the more I disliked it. Let me take a sip of drink. Especially in high school. I mean, my depression really set in high school, in the midst of high school, for sure. And by the time I was in my senior year, I did not care at all. I just wanted it to end. I barely graduated high school because they threatened me anyway. The school, they're like, if you miss such and such more days, then you're not going to graduate. Because I was skipping school. I skipped so much school. A lot of times I would just go to the arcade at the mall. That's what I would do. I would go to the arcade and I would play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. Where I came up with all the coins to do that with, I don't know. And other days I would just sit somewhere, like a homeless bum or something would do. Just sitting around somewhere all day. Nowhere to be, nothing to do, you know. Just so I wouldn't have to be in school. It's not because I got beat up or messed with in school, because I really didn't at all. The whole regiment, and I just, didn't want to be there. It was the last place I wanted to be. So school was not a good time for me. Alright, leave that. This does not open. So it doesn't. Huh. Okay. Okay. Yep. We can't do this now because we don't need to anymore. This is where we got a ghost note. So what is that room? It's not marked with anything. What is the point of its existence? It doesn't even show a doorway there, and there is clearly a door. Huh. Okay. Alright, so we got everything's opened up in here. So my idea is, let me look here at my own notes, is before we actually complete this area and pick up the token and drain the water so we can get the token, I think we should backtrack. I think that would be a good thing to do. Let's check these other rooms out here before we do that. Where are we at? First floor, good. Just turn everything on, I don't care. So we're going to go back in a part of our backtracking and we'll get the code for this. Yoink. See, we need 6. Do we have 6? 4. So we're missing 2 still. Can't do that quite yet, unfortunately. So as we're doing this, I'll tell you a good story. It's not just a story I could tell you. I remember one day I skipped school back then, and I had a bicycle because I hated riding the bus. Like, I hated it with a passion. Just hated it. So I got a bicycle at one point. Me and a friend used to ride our bikes because we lived close to each other and we lived close to the school. So we used to ride our bicycles to school, and so we didn't have to take the bus. And he would, I wouldn't keep walking here, make him skip school with me and try to get him in trouble or anything. I would usually just do it on my own. I didn't want to get him in trouble, so it wasn't something me and him did together. We skipped a few times together, but that's another story. But I usually skipped by myself. Just go back. This is the way back. And so I took my bicycle up to the mall, which was a good drive, good bicycling away, like a long way actually, really far to get to on bicycle. Unsafe as well. I had to cross a lot of dangerous main roads when I was younger on the bike. But anyway, I went to there and I was in the arcade playing Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, probably Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter. And I was playing against and with an older kid, older than me, taller than me. I don't know if he was skipping school or what he was doing. He was probably already out of school. And a cop strolled in uniform. And he was looking for people, looking for, probably not me particularly, but looking for kids or something, skipping. And he found me, and he questioned this kid with me, and he's like, is this your son, or is this your father? And we're like, no, it's like he's just a few years older than me. And he's like, what are you doing here, son, to me, or whatever? And I was like, I told him the truth or whatever. I skipped school, or, are you supposed to be in school, son? And I was like, probably like, yeah. And anyway, I had my bike locked up, probably to a tree somewhere in a parking lot of the mall, and he literally took me to my bike, waited for me to unchain it all and everything. He put my bicycle in his trunk of his cop car, took me all the way back to my school, and unloaded me and my bike at the same time. And of course, this was all going on around lunchtime. Maybe he was looking for that. People skipping school during lunchtime. And so he took me. I don't even remember if he probably put me in the back seat. He didn't handcuff me or nothing. So yeah, I've been in a police car. And he put my bike in his trunk and unloaded me and the bike in front of everybody as we were all transitioning between lunch break, for that period. And so, like, everybody was seeing me and this cop and him escorting me out. And I did get in trouble. I think I got detention for it. But it was funny. I'm sure some people thought, oh, look at him, they knew who I was. Getting in trouble, or ha, what an idiot. And other people probably thought I was a badass or something. So, kind of a funny little story about me skipping school and getting caught. Yeah, we're just looking for items here. Man, if your computer is doing that, I think you need to get a new computer, or at least invest in a new hard drive. Maybe get one of them solid states. Okay, we've looped around here. Back to the saves and back to the bathrooms. Back to this room, which had a note. I think a coin was in here, and a little Easter egg, kind of. I think there was a soy milk. Bathroom. Back here. Okay. So we have hit everything there is to hit. So yeah, I want to go back to floor 2, which we are on, directly behind us. We will stop here and I'll save, but we're going to use our... Where is it? This thingy, the spirit bell that we got in the occult room locker from doing the clock puzzle. A bell that makes a clear sound. This is what lets us go back through the passageway up here to go back to main building 2. And then get back to these buildings because we have backtracking to do now. So one of the worst, it's not the worst, it's a big chunk, I would say. This is the big segment of the game is this location because there's so many rooms and so many things you have to do, and we've finally got through it, mostly. So we'll stop here and save since I got a plentiful amount of saves. Make a new save and stop here, and when we come back we'll go start doing our backtracking before we proceed towards the what I would consider then the end part of the game. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next part. Bye.